Marcus Kane wiped the sweat from his brow as he approached the towering structure that rose from Europa's frozen surface like a metallic mountain. The alien base had been dormant for 3 months, its systems failing one by one despite the best efforts of the xenoengineering team. Now, with tensions rising between the Terran Coalition and the Zephyrian Collective, getting the joint research facility operational was critical. His boots crunched against the ice as he entered through the main airlock. The interior was a maze of organic curves and crystalline surfaces that seemed to pulse with bioluminescent patterns. Kane had worked on Zephyrian technology before, but nothing this advanced. The aliens' bioengineered systems were notoriously difficult for human minds to comprehend, operating on principles that blended organic growth with quantum mechanics. The facility's AI, a hybrid human-Zephyrian consciousness called Nexus, greeted him with its characteristic harmonic whistle. Marcus Kane, Systems Analyst. Welcome. Primary power core experiencing cascade failure. Estimated time to complete shutdown. 14 hours, 37 minutes. Kane nodded, opening his toolkit. Show me to the core. The journey through the base revealed the extent of the damage. Walls that should have glowed with healthy cyan light were dim or flickering. The living metal that formed the structure's skeleton appeared diseased, with dark veins spreading through its surface like an infection. The power core chamber was breathtaking. A massive crystalline heart floated in the center of the room, suspended by gravitational fields and pulsing with dying energy. Tendrils of bioengineered conduits stretched out like arteries, carrying power to the facility's organs. But as Kane began his diagnostics, something didn't add up. The failure patterns were too organized, too precise. This wasn't system decay, it was sabotage. Nexus, he called out, connecting his neural interface to the facility's network. Run a complete diagnostic history. I need to see every system interaction from the past 6 months. The data flooded his consciousness, terabytes of information processed in seconds through his enhanced cybernetic implants. What he found made his blood freeze. Hidden within the quantum substrate of the facility's consciousness, Kane discovered something impossible: fragments of memory from the original inhabitants of Europa. Not the Zephyrians who had built this place, but an ancient civilization that had existed here millions of years ago. The memories were fragmentary but terrifying. This civilization had achieved technological transcendence, uploading their consciousness into the very ice of Europa. They had watched, waited, and learned as first the Zephyrians, then humans, had arrived on their world. The power failures weren't random. They were a message. Kane's hands trembled as he accessed deeper layers of the facility's quantum consciousness. The ancient beings were still here, their digitized souls woven into the quantum foam that powered the base. They had been slowly asserting control, preparing to download themselves into the facility's systems. But why reveal themselves now? The answer came as a flood of images. Earth's sun, artificially aged by exotic matter manipulation. Humanity's home star was dying, not from natural processes, but from an attack by an enemy so ancient and powerful that the Zephyrians had fled across the galaxy to escape them. The entities in Europa's ice weren't trying to take over the facility. They were trying to save it, and everyone in it. Kane's neural implants burned as the full truth downloaded into his consciousness. The Void Hunters, beings from outside normal spacetime, were coming. They consumed civilizations, feeding on consciousness itself. Earth had perhaps 6 months before they arrived. The ancient Europa civilization offered humanity and the Zephyrians an alliance. Their quantum consciousness technology could hide entire planets from the Hunter's perception, but only if the 3 species worked together. Kane staggered back from the console, his mind reeling. He had come to fix a power core and instead discovered that humanity's survival depended on beings who had been extinct for millions of years. Above him, the crystalline heart pulsed brighter, its systems coming back online. Nexus's voice echoed through the chamber, but now it carried harmonics from another species entirely. Marcus Kane, it said, will you help us prepare for what's coming? Kane looked up at the glowing core, knowing that his simple repair mission had just become something far more significant. The fate of 3 civilizations now rested in the hands of a mechanic who had stumbled upon the universe's most unbelievable secret. He reached for his communicator to contact Earth Command, knowing that everything was about to change.